have your attention, please? Cathay Flight 6801, non-stop flight to Hong Kong. Is
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. May I have your attention, please? The aircraft is currently being refueled, so please remain in your seat, but do not fasten your seatbelt. I repeat, do not fasten your seatbelt. And smoking is prohibited on board the aircraft at all times. Also, it is our strict safety requirement that all hand-carried items must be securely stowed under the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartment. If any of your hands... And please be careful when opening the overhead lockers as you arrange your own carry-on items inside in order for them not to fall out. Thank you for your cooperation.
Oh, thank you. So back now, वांदो नहीं. बारी भी ऊपर. लाओ. Oh yeah, मुख्य. મારે છે જે પૈસા છે ને આમાં જ મને